The layer only you have. We've climbed 2 layers, the real version of your projects and the commercial judgment a buyer is really reading. A good competitor, given time, can get close to both. This layer, they can't. Not ever. Because it doesn't live in a document. It lives in how your firm actually works. The standards you hold that no one asks you to. The habits your best people never think to mention. This is the layer that makes your firm yours. And it's the one that compounds. Last recap of the stack. Layer 1, project. Layer 2, commercial. Layer 3, delivery. Ground floor to top. And the top floor is the one nobody can rent, buy, or copy. How you actually deliver. And what that's taught you. Here's what makes this layer different. The first 2 you could sit down and write, if you made yourself. This one lives mostly in the doing, in the way your best person checks a thing before they leave site, in the standard you hold that the client never even sees. It's the deepest knowledge your firm has, and the least captured, because most of it was never a decision you wrote down. It was just how you do things. When I first built my brain, I missed this layer completely. I didn't even count it as knowledge. It was just work. Let me show you what I mean with my own experience. When I took over the maintenance business at Willmott Dixon, almost nothing was written down. The whole operation ran from people's heads. Now most managers would just keep it running. I couldn't. So we built our own system, an in-house CMMS, computerised maintenance management system, back when almost nobody was doing that. Every job, every asset, every process, written down, repeatable. It was the boring work, the unglamorous work, but that standard, write it down, make it old without you, is the reason we grew from 350,000 to 5 million. That's not a task, that's a standard. And it's the deepest part of layer 3, the way you insist the work gets done. Now here's the second thing about this layer. It compounds. Every job you finish adds to it, if you capture what it taught you. Let me give you a real one. Years back doing bank monitoring, I inherited a standard report from a previous firm. Most people would have just used it. I rebuilt it. I made it advisory, not just historical. Not only what had happened, what to do about it. I turned the headers into questions, answered them against photographs, and here's the part that changed everything. That structure meant I could dictate the whole thing, between jobs in the car. Leave the tape and the disk of photos at the office, and my PA would have it ready for my sign-off by close of the next day. 1 better process, 2 results. More work because I could turn around the reports. More trust because I told the developers straight. That's delivery knowledge compounding. A process only I had, paying me back on every job after it. And here's where the weight comes off. You're not inventing this. You already have it. It's in your snag lists. It's in your handover checks. The debrief you have in the van after the hard job. The thing you tell every new start in week 1. You're not writing a manual. You're capturing what you already do and what your jobs already teach you. A few lines at a time, in the flow. What changed on this job? What you'd never do again? What you'd always do now? Do that and the deepest knowledge in your business stops living only in people's heads and starts living somewhere your firm and your AI can both draw on. So that's the 3 layers. Project, the real version of your work. Commercial, the judgment a buyer is really reading. And delivery, the operational DNA only you have. Put them together and you've got a brain that actually sounds like your firm. Because it's built from what your firm actually knows. Getting all three out of people's heads without it becoming a second job, and wiring them so an AI can genuinely draw on them. That's the work the AI OS does with you. There's a free readiness check on my site. If you want to see where you stand, links in the description. Next episode, we change gear from what goes in the brain to how you actually get it there without dying as a project. The 5 buckets and the capture habit that survives a busy week, because I got that wrong 3 times before I got it right.